Hey everybody, this is Sam Kelly with Twin Hawks Outdoors. Today I want to show you the contents of my overnight backpacking bag. Just recently finished up a scouting trip where I spent the night. It was just one night, but it was winter camping. It was probably low teens as far as temperature. So my kit is a little heavy. So it's somewhere between a kind of a bushcrafter's kit and a lightweight backpacker's kit. So I kind of combine the two when I'm doing overnight trips. Everything on my back, of course, but I took some heavy equipment. So we'll get into the bag and just kind of show you the contents of what I carry. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe, follow along, and leave us a comment. One other thing before we get too much further into this video, we stayed the night in a log cabin, a backcountry cabin. So if you're wondering why there's not more emphasis on an actual tent or shelter or anything in my kit, that's why. I did bring a backup or two for that, just in case the cabin didn't pan out. But it ended up being a great little shelter and had a fireplace and everything in there. So it was really great, kept us warm, kept us dry, and kept us out of the wind. So if you're wondering why there wasn't any more shelter equipment in my bag, that's why. So let's get into it. So as far as the gear on my person, I think I had my Swiss Army knife in my pocket. I just forgot to take that out, and it was good I had it along. But I also had this folding saw. It's just a cheap folding saw. But I knew we were gonna have to process a lot of firewood, being the cold temperatures outside as there were. So I had that. I had a belt on, but other than that, I didn't carry a lot of equipment on my person. As you can see right here on the outside of the bag, I have my Mora companion strapped to the strap, because if I have a belt knife on, it rubs when I have a belt. My pack belt would rub on that basically. So I keep that on the strap, and then I have another knife inside as well, just for work around the camp. So I've got that strapped to the outside. I don't like a lot of stuff hanging off the bag. It just gets in the way and flops around and stuff. I have a map case over here. Carried a big USGS map. I was kind of scouting the area, so I wanted to have that information with me. And then, like I said, because it was cold and I wanted to process a lot of firewood, I have my camp axe on the side. This was big enough to get the job done and not too small either. So nice middle of the road. This is a Woodcraft by Council Tool camp axe. So that's really good. So I did this trip, and part of doing this video is I need to unpack my bag and get my gear cleaned up and everything. So this is kind of post hike. On this outside compartment, got my leather gloves. Use those like crazy with fire and cutting wood and stuff. Beanie for my head. I had an extra stuff sack in there. These things just keep your gear dry. I've had my backpack fall into the river before, and it was nice to have my clothes in a bag like this to get a dry change of clothes. So I had an extra one of those. Wasn't sure what the weather was going to be like, so I had a pack cover. Kind of keeps your stuff dry. Probably a little extra redundant on that. Ended up snowing. Also carried some drum liners for the same purpose, or to makeshift a poncho with. So I think that's it on that. As far as the bag goes itself, this is an Osprey. I'm kind of an Osprey fan when it comes to backpacking. And yeah, it's a 50 liter. Go ahead and open the main pouch here. So right on the top, I keep rain gear. Again, kind of redundant on that, but it's more shelter equipment for myself. I didn't want to get wet and cold. Carried my Bible with me. Again, this is I wanted to carry the full Bible with me instead of a New Testament like I often do. So a little heavier on that. Have my cook pot, needs cleaned. I have a water purification filter in there. And this was just my food. in that bag. Got this little air mattress that I carried. This really helped me have a comfortable night's sleep. Sea to Summit inflatable air mattress. Let's see what I got in here. So this is like extra camp stuff. So I got my neck knife in there. Have my fire kit. So definitely want to have that along. Extra cordage. Got some P cord in here. So just extra tools for around the camp. Water bottle. I carried 2 of those. The other one I think I've already taken out, but I had 2 quarts of water to begin the trip with. Just plastic Nalgene's, because I knew I had this metal container to boil water in. So use that as a purification method as well. Clothes bag, another dry sack to keep everything from getting soaked. Let's see. All right, my wool blanket. Heavy, bulky, especially for backpacking, but in the wintertime, I love my wool blankets. Gotta make sure that goes in there. I just like to have a wool blanket around camp. It's just, for me, it's a comfort item more than anything. So. Shelter here, tarp setup. It's got stakes, ridge line, extra cord to tie out, and it's just a really light little nylon tarp. So it's all kind of everything together. Let's see, and then this is one of my favorite pieces of equipment. A friend of mine actually makes these by hand, and it's needs cleaned. But it's a little fire grate, like so. And you set it up on the legs over your fire or coals, and you can cook. We use this 2 or 3 times. It's really good. So there's that. It's kind of dirty. I won't handle that too much right now, but all right, that's everything for there. And then in the bottom, got them in here. My down sleeping bag. I think it's rated for 17 degrees. The compress is really small. And yeah, I think that's all I have in there. So I actually do keep some stuff in here as well. Headlamp, compass, toilet paper. I had a battery bank with me, I believe, so I had this phone charger in there. Some chewing gum, pencil or pen and paper. And then on this side, this is all kind of easy access stuff for me. Had a tourniquet in there and just a small med kit. So Band-Aids, ibuprofen, stuff like that, just bumps and bruises kind of stuff. And then the tourniquet, because we were gonna, we have our knives and axes around camp, so be prepared there. So anyways, quick rundown of my backpacking kit. Hope it gives you some ideas of what to carry. Again, it's kind of a middle of the road between light backpacker, ultralight stuff, and heavy bushcraft equipment. So there's a place for both. So anyways, thanks for watching. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time.